Hey everybody. So I have patients all the time that ask me about the difference between floss and a water flosser, and like, do you need both? What's the difference? Is one better than the other? So I thought I'd go over those quickly today. The first is, I guess the best way to think about the difference between the two is if you take a Jeep and you go Jeeping and it's super muddy and you bring it back and it's just caked in mud and you hose it down, right? And that gets off most of the mud. But if you just let it dry after you've hosed it down, you end up with that like film that's still left on the Jeep and it's still dirty. So then you go in there with like a rag or, your sponge or whatever you use to clean your car, and you wipe it down. You mechanically remove the rest of that to make sure the surface is really clean. That is the difference between these two. That's the best I have ever heard, and I didn't come up with that. I wish I had, but that's the best analogy I've ever heard about the difference between the two. This is your hose, this is your scrub rag. So do you need both? Depends. Floss will reach 2 to 3 millimeters under your gums to clean everything out. So if you have healthy tissue and your dental hygienist is like, oh, everything looks great, you don't have any bleeding, there's no gingivitis, this is your best friend. This will keep all that away. If you have periodontal disease where you're starting to get 4 millimeter pockets and deeper, then an electric toothbrush will get some of that. It gets around 4 millimeters. Some of them claim to go deeper, which is great, but to really get down in there, that's what this guy's for. So this will spray water down into your gums and flush all the food debris, all the bacteria, all that back out of your mouth. And I've had people come in after they finally got one of these, after I'd been telling them forever to get one, to check it out. They come in, they go, my entire meal came, I brushed, I flossed, and then I used my water flosser, and there was so much food in the sink. Like, where did this come from? And it is amazing what your tissue can hold. It really is, even with good brushing and flossing technique. So if you have braces, these are fabulous for getting around those brackets. If you have bridges or implants, these are fabulous for getting around those, where this won't do quite as good of a job, or it will be a little slower. As you know, flossing braces with regular floss is a pain in the beep. So that is kind of the difference between the two and what you can do with both of them. Now, the nice thing about this, I got to be a tester for the first water flosser, and this is my testing unit. I've got a new one coming, and they come with a standard tip. This is your standard tip. They also have available options for a ortho tip and a perio tip. And the perio tip has a little bit of rubber at the end, so you can get it down into the gums and kind of trace your teeth, and does a great job with that. These are waterproof. You can use them in the shower, which is what I recommend, because there is nothing worse than getting water splashing out of your mouth and all over the mirror and all over the sink, and oh, I hate it so much. So I'm super glad that Burst made these waterproof so you can use them in the shower. You fill the water right here. It's nice rubber. And you'll turn it on, obviously, here. And mine does not have any water in it. And the tester doesn't light up here. The new ones do, which I think is fun. It's got the 4-week battery life on it, like the toothbrush does. It has a 90-day money-back guarantee, so if you hate it, send it back, they'll give you your money. And it has a lifetime warranty on it, which is very different from the competitors. So this is why I'm liking this one. Comes in white, black, or rose gold to go with all the toothbrush colors, and you should check them out. So if you need to add a little extra to your oral care routine, especially this holiday season when we're eating way too much popcorn, then these are an awesome, awesome thing to add. So to get yours, go to burstoralcare.com and use my promo code for $20 off. You're welcome. Hope you guys have a great weekend. I'm gonna go get ready for Sabbath now, and I hope you take care.